Coming to you once again live from the Dairy Queen parking lot. Here we are once again. The Redneck and Jamie show. Rawr. So, you know what? Jamie made the most amazing grilled cheeses for dinner.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
That is like the perfect comfort food. And tonight the temperature has dropped to like
20 degrees. It
like,
went from...
in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But we're at least we're not on I-95 or in Kentucky because there's some major storms and there's some people piled up
oh my gosh,
in traffic in these areas. Y'all have to be careful if you're out there. And today, Mr. Tim, is it Tim Cook or Tim Pool? He's got 1.7 million subscribers. He got Swatted live on stream.
That is
a
just
conservative.
Unreal.
He might be an anarchist, but he has something to do with Alex Jones and Joe Rogan and that. And I watched some of his stuff, but
Tim
Pool, I think is his name. He got it Swatted live on his podcast today.
Didn't you see a tweet about that?
Yeah, I seen it all over Twitter. People started tweeting about it, like, what's going on? And I went over there, and he's like, yeah, the cops came in. We said you didn't come in without a warrant.
Speaking of Twitter, let's tell them about how the real TMZ wanted you to what? Be on the show. Be on the show.
They wanted me to be on the show.
They wanted you to call the show. Call the show.
I told them no because I'm like...
I told them to free Britney. I said, fuck y'all. Y'all are part of like the scam that held Britney in a conservatorship and trafficked her for however many years.
I don't want to be part of the talking heads thing.
You don't want to be their token redneck?
Yeah, I was just going to be their enemy. I mean, no matter what... I've seen how edits worked. I watched Discovery Channel... Yeah. And what they did to Cody Lundeen and how they edit. If y'all not really sure, if you see Naked and Afraid and they're like, I'm going to make Mother Nature my little beep, and they put that in
casted.
there. No, that person's getting like, they're going to tap out within like the first couple of days because they said that. And they edit it. It's all in how they edit it. You know, they take numerous cuts.
So Twitter. So I seen an interesting poll on my Twitter.
Oh, you did?
Right. So it was basically a poll saying, would you want to be drunk would you want to be 49 years old drunk live streaming all day?
Oh, I wonder who they're talking about.
I mean, I'd rather be drunk live streaming all day than be a whore in Boston all day.
All over YouTube.
All over YouTube. Talking about how you fucked this other YouTuber named Jake, and that was a whole bunch of bullshit.
I have no idea who these people are.
You know how I know this person? This is the craziest story, okay?
This person Grody, is that the name?
Yeah, we'll just call her Grody because her behavior is Grody. Because she wants to come off as like this woke chick with her virtue signaling, acting all like with her faux outrage about suicidal behavior and people getting bullied to suicide, but yet what she did to me was pretty fucking foul. You know, what she's putting judgment on Lisa, it didn't say, do you think it's right for me to go after somebody that goes after everybody else on YouTube? That wasn't what was on the Twitter. What was on the Twitter was simple. It was, I'm judging this person for being 49 on a stream drunk. But I said, why judge this person? You don't know their backstory. You don't know their life. Maybe that's how they cope with their stress and how they cope with their problems. Why judge that person?
What's that Twitter are you on?
The troll drama community.
I'm retweeting.
I know, it's
I'm retweeting
so
Elon Musk and Joe Rogan.
I know, I'm so sorry.
No,
okay, let me get to the point of why this person bothers me.
At least my Twitter drama is over, and they stopped making me a person of interest.
This is why drama rehab bothers me. Because this Grody girl, I didn't even know her. She was tweeting at somebody I knew. And I was like, why can't I see that tweet? Like, who's this tweet? So I go to this Twitter, and that was when she was like, coattail riding off a Savage and had that Savage Twitter or whatever. But she had me blocked, and I'm like, I don't even know this girl. Like, I have no idea who she is. So she clicks up with my enemies, like, that all were bullying me and stalking me and harassing me. So she clicks up with these people, talks shit on me multiple times. I don't even know who she is. And she has no idea, like, the amount of shit that I went through. Doesn't know me for Adam, but then I'm going to go and see her using content that I had just told somebody else about with her faux outrage about giving a shit about anybody being bullied to suicide. Wow. You know? I mean, and I know it sounds ridiculous. It really does.
Because Twitter gets kind of weird when you mix YouTube with it, because I was accused of being a murderer.
Oh, yeah, Bridge Guy.
I'm Bridge Guy.
You and everybody in the state of Indiana. Fuck the entire state of Indiana.
But that guy's channel got deleted the next day. But
hashtag Caprico. I helped with that now.
Yeah, you did. Well, I didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened.
But I took my Troll Avenue education and went over there and owned some bitch boys.
Yeah, you don't call me a murderer without no evidence. Oh, speaking of murderers, the Brian Laundrie situation is kind of weird too. What's this one? He had 20 grand in the bank. I was listening to a live stream today, and they're like, he had 20 grand in the bank and they were broke. That's why he used her debit card and got the only reason he got a warrant for the arrest was because they wanted him arrested. They wanted him behind bars because they didn't want him getting away.
Right, and they knew that if they couldn't find evidence of a murder, they can't hold him on that. But they can hold him on those other charges, whether they're trumped up or not. You know? I mean, shit.
The whole Brian Laundrie, that's getting weirder and weirder because the parents want the notebook back. They want the 20 grand out of the bank account.
Well, when did the 20 grand hit the bank account?
That's what I would rather want to know the bank records, but they're probably never going to show that. So, but that keeps getting stranger and stranger. There's more because everybody wants to put. And I was saying live stream, the person was like, the parents are the worst people ever. You see how they acted ever since the beginning of this? I don't see anybody acting like that. No, I understand exactly what they did. What happened is these mofos seen trouble, and they said, let's hire an attorney. And the attorney said, shut the fuck up Friday. And they did. And that's why everybody in the court of public opinion is attacking these parents.
Oh my God, no, you gotta see this other defense attorney that's a YouTuber. He has this whole, his whole little shtick is stop self-snitching. Yeah, like people that go on camera and admit to crimes and
don't talk to cops.
People that talk to cops, stop self-snitching.
Yeah, you don't talk to cops. You don't tell cops nothing.
He's been doing reaction videos to those interrogation videos on that one channel that we like, the JSC inspired stuff.
That's a great channel.
That is a great channel, and I love some of those interrogations. But he reacts to those like he did Casey Anthony, and he's just like, oh my God, everything not to do. That's when he called her bluff when she was like, yeah, me and my attorney, we agreed to sit here and talk to you guys. And he's like, no attorney would ever say that. You see Jose Baez come in, and Jose Baez is like, can I have my client come here for a second? And then they come back like, we're not talking. We're not talking to you guys. We're not sitting down. I was like, damn.
That's a good one. I need to find that one.
That is good. This defense attorney, he's really funny.
That's what I like about being accused of being a Bridge Guy, in Delphi, because I didn't want the cops showing up at my house, because if they said, sir, we need to talk to you, I'm not talking to you. Where's my attorney? And they're like, oh, you're guilty because you asked for an attorney. And before I know it, I'm in cuffs.
See that you look like the Unabomber, and then they would just it would be, and I'd be like, no, you don't understand. I would be so frustrated. Oh my God.
That's what would happen if the cops or FBI showed up at my house. That's what pissed me off about that.
And then I know I'd have to talk us out of that. And I'm just like,
no, you ain't talking us out. You can't talk out of it. That's what the whole
I'm a Capricorn and a redhead. I feel like I can always talk us out of anything.
If they're taking you to jail, you can't out-talk it.
They're not your friend.
They're not going to help you. They're not going to come on down to jail together. Let's just put you in some cuffs. Come on down.
We just want to talk about it so we can help you out.
I like how locally here they got the Wheel of Fugitives.
Oh my God.
They spin the wheel and they decide that's the one they're putting the reward out for that week.
Remember that Facebook group you had when you put the wall of snitches?
Yeah, the wall of snitches on my
Facebook. Everybody that would DM the moderators bitching about another person got outed and blocked.
Yeah, that, and if they reported any post within a group, the thing told me who was reporting posts, and those were the people that I would block out of the group, and I'd make up the wall of snitches.
And then they would come bitching at me. Oh my God, I hated that, but it was funny.
It had 60,000 members before it got shut down.
No, remember, it was some income tax madness. It had over 300,000. It was a lot of fucking members. People were like, you can do whatever in this group. It was the group that put all the other groups to shame. I used to laugh so hard. Well, you say moderating, but it was like unmoderating. It's like it was like the opposite of moderating.
Yeah. What's the next true crime case that's coming up that needs to be handled?
Harmony.
Montgomery?
Yes, Harmony Montgomery.
Do you know anything about that?
So Harmony Montgomery has been missing for 2 years, but it's just if you first hear about it, you think Casey Anthony situation where, you know, the baby's been missing. Why is it just now getting reported? But the backstory, I think, is just really complicated. The mother and father both had like addiction issues and were like in and out of jail, prison, whatever. And somehow the mom lost custody. And the dad ended up with custody. And then they haven't seen the kid ever since the dad had custody. But what he just got arrested on was for assaulting this child in 2019, which was the last time the kid was seen. So I don't know what kind of evidence they have that proves the last time he's seen this child, she was assaulted. But he's in prison right now. And his new wife, I think they arrested her today. The kid's mom, she had to write a letter, actually, because everybody's outraged. Like, why is it taking 2 years for people to just now hear that this baby's been missing, okay?
Yeah.
Well, the mom has been, like, fighting with her Child Protective Service agency. I think it's in New Hampshire. I forgot what the initials to it are. They're all different state to state. You know, and she ended up writing a letter to the mayor saying, my child is missing, like, help me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because she had custody taken from her, and she knew the dad they haven't seen the kid in 2 years, and nobody will listen. They're like, well, the dad moved states or whatever. So anyway, the mayor paid attention to her, and now we're all looking for her. I have a feeling it's not going to be good, but, you know,
wow.
I mean.
That's a lot of stuff. I kept seeing the name pop up in different things, you know, 'cause true crime, and because that's what I don't get about some of these true crime people who get on here, and we were discussing this earlier, how they come along on the scene, and they're just going to start doing true crime, and they go off speculation or opinions, and I'd rather see somebody who knows what they're talking about, who's read some stuff, who's watched some documentaries, who's like done the research. Yeah, done some research, you know, and really know.
That used to be our true crime research, was the library.
Yeah, and research is very important. Watching old videos and going through old cases. Because I was watching Charles Manson stuff today. I get down the Charles Manson rabbit hole, man. That's just. But there's some people around this community that I'm kind of irked by because they're not really doing research, and then they'll start pointing fingers at nobody.
I like that Todd Kollop serial killer guy. He's just so
the Amazon
different.
review killer.
Yeah, the Amazon review killer.
These handcuffs work great.
I know, like he was trolling on Amazon. And he's a fucking murderer.
Yeah, I think more people should go watch that one. I'm glad you made me sit down and watch that one. You didn't make me. We just happened to watch it. But that was a very good one. I don't know where. Yeah,
I would have kept bugging you to watch it until you watched it.
Well, there was something that we had thought up were about interrogation techniques.
Yeah, it was that whole Delphi thing on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
I didn't want to dive too much into that anymore. But it was something about, because we do also in this true crime, we watch interrogation videos and we study how interrogations work and how all that goes down too. We don't read interrogation techniques.
That's when you quickly learn the police are not really going to help you.
Yeah, and that Todd thing went into some of that, the interrogation, you know, and how they work. And that's what was interesting about that.
If you watch the Amazon Review Killer, the reason that this interrogation is so, like, intriguing to people to watch is because the interrogator was treating him like a human being and not like a person that just admitted to being a serial killer. They even, I think they went and got him dinner, got him burgers, and
most every interrogation I've seen, they bring him dinner or give him a Coke, like the Legend of Jeff gets a Coke.
Yeah.
You know, they all get something.
Well, I think in this case, like, the guy, it was working. The guy was confessing and telling everything, and, you know, the interrogator was just treating him like a buddy almost. And
yeah,
I could
but that's
see
not
where
how the interrogator felt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just a ploy to get through the interrogation, to get as much information as you can.
But you get those Karens that are just based on feeling, and they see these interrogations like, how could that interrogator sit there and be nice to him?
Well, if you want to know who murdered your
right.
kid, they're gonna have to do something. You know,
right.
You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. That's where
But that's why these people are trained too, and some people don't understand interrogation techniques. You know. And that was what we were
that's
talking
what got
about.
me in trouble, is because some of my techniques on Twitter, somebody didn't know what I was doing, and I don't want to go any further than that. But I was, playing along to get along with certain individuals on Twitter, and that made me look suspicious. And I understand that, but then at the same time.
Well, then when you're dealing with high-profile cases, though, something like Delphi, if you start a rumor about somebody being like Bridge Guy, I mean, we've seen YouTube videos that will have you convinced Bridge Guy is like 100 different people now.
Well, let's be honest. If they would have scrolled down my Twitter feed a little bit more,
but they didn't, and that's why we went off on them.
If they would have scrolled a little bit further, I don't think a mass murderer is going to be retweeting kid behind the camera.
Maybe not.
I don't think
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think they're watching your grandpa and eating popcorn, okay? And some of the stuff I was retweeting was not, like I retweeted Taco Bell, kid behind the camera thing they got. I didn't know Taco Bell had wings.
What's up with that?
Oh, we gotta check that out.
I know,
Supposedly
right?
Taco Bell has wings.
I like
Is that why there's a wing?
fries.
I like conspiracy theories. I think that's why there's a wing shortage. Like over a year or two ago, it started. It's because Taco Bell started getting in the game.
Yeah.
Because ain't Taco Bell and KFC on the same truck? They got the same delivery trucks.
I think so.
See, I'm just saying.
I think they're all under that one umbrella corporation.
Subway, KFC, and I want to say Domino's. No, I'm saying it's Domino's, KFC, and Taco Bell all delivered.
Pizza Hut.
On one truck. It's maybe Pizza Hut, maybe.
I think it's Pizza Hut and KFC, yeah.
Yeah, they all got conglomerate. Somehow, my phone shut off from the Dairy Queen. I don't know what happened. A conglomerate.
It's because we were talking about
businesses.
Delphi earlier.
It's a conspiracy theory. They shut us off, man.
It's the
At least we weren't swatted like Tim Pool was. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, that would suck, though.
But, it's time we're going to get out of here because, I wish it was a little bit longer, but it's cold.
I know, it dropped 20 degrees.
It's crazy.
And we're in Florida, so
when you're on the water, it blows bad on you.
Oh, I know. It's like a wind tunnel in my backyard.
The cold air
right now.
comes right up on you.
I love it,
especially standing on the beach, dude. That one time when they had the bad snowstorm, there was Snowmageddon or whatever, and it froze down here like horribly bad. I tried walking onto the beach, but the dunes were frozen like concrete, and
oh wow!
And you couldn't,
See,
you
I
could
didn't go
not
down there.
I got trapped on the beach. That's what happened. So I had to go do something.
Oh man!
So I want to see if I could walk out in the water and see if the waves froze.
Cause the bridge, you couldn't get over the bridge.
Yeah, but
son of a bitch,
you couldn't walk 5 feet. Because the wind was so hard coming, and the cold was so bad, you could not even get near the water. I tried, and it was like walking on concrete. The dunes, where it's normally sand, white sand, like it's sugar. That's what it's like down here. It's like walking on sugar.
Yeah, people don't know that we live in a place where people pay a lot of money to vacation. Mm-hmm.
So, but we're gonna get out of here. Let's get into it. That's what I said at the beginning before I said we're live at the Dairy Queen.
Let's get into it. Let's deep dive.
Deep dive? Okay, guys. It's Redneck and Jamie out. Y'all have a good one.